I'm not saying a word, because I know he's right here with us. He's just a noisy ghost. Poltergeist.
Oh,
shit. Hello, Andy.
Alright, what's up everybody? This is Tony and Cayden with Ogden Paranormal. Today is kind of a different fun video that we weren't expecting to make, but Cayden actually found some of our old footage from an investigation from back when we were not even Ogden Paranormal. We were a completely different group. We don't need to go into the name because it's like 1,000 words long, so we don't need to worry about that. But this was actually Cayden's very first investigation. First time I ever dragged him along with us. So we're going to watch the video. It's not great. Apologize. It's not great quality, and you don't really know what's going on. So we're going to explain all that to you. But before we get into it, I want to know Cayden's thoughts about his first investigation, what he remembers, and all that before we dive into the video.
So what I remember most is definitely the glass that broke, and also just like the intense feeling you get. You could feel him come, from right to left, like leaving and entering the room. Everyone felt him. It was insane. So
with that being the very first time I ever convinced you to go, would you say that's what got you hooked, is because of how crazy that night was?
Yeah, I mean, true believer, 100%. Like that was the best night of investigating I've ever had.
For those of you that love the Cayden getting scared in every episode, you can thank this exact house for the reason he's still doing this. If it was a quiet night, we may not have convinced him to keep ghost hunting. Yeah, okay, crazy. So we're going to dig into the video now. So SJP was the previous group.
Yeah, girl tonight, man. She's really cute, but man, she's got a pear-shaped butt. Couldn't tell if she was a girl or a fruit.
I think emojis were out then.
Didn't even think about that.
It's good from about belly button.
Oh shit!
Oh my! There you go.
What?
There you go. Oh man, he's back here.
I felt it.
He's right here now.
Like he just walked in.
Oh shit! Hello, Andy.
Okay, so a lot going on there. A little bit of context. The initial reaction you hear all of us say, "Oh shit," is because there is motion detectors right outside the door leading into the room. All of those, I think 2 or 3 of those lit up, and that's what we were initially reacting to. And then you hear Joe, the homeowner, say, "Oh, you can feel him. He's here. He's here." And then right as both of those things happen, there's a storage closet right behind Joe. There's a stairway right behind us, so it's one of those under the stairs closets. And that's where you're hearing all the chaos and the movement. There's only us 4, so it's me, Cayden, our buddy Jordan, and Joe are the only people in the house at that point. So
we're all in the room. I mean,
yeah.
You can see Joe on the right. We're all to the left of him. I'm actually, I think, behind the camera, but...
Yeah. That definitely more than any of us were expecting when Joe told us he had a ghost. I don't think any of us expected to walk in and literally, like, I mean, you didn't watch him walk through the room, but we all felt him start from the door, work his way through, and then right where he should have ended up is where everything fell. So, yeah, that was our very first impression of Andy, the spirit Andy. All right, let's get back to the video.
Whoa.
Welcome back, Andy.
Hey, Andy. Come kick it with us.
I'm feeling it.
You must like that joke, huh? The pear-shaped butt. That's right. Way to tell Joe no. Woo.
Oh, yeah. Good humor.
That might be my foot, because I kicked my foot forward.
Yeah. But something broke back there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think both of those might have been my feet, because
I
was swinging my feet.
I noticed you kicked it
but
before, but that was...
So that was us clarifying. I moved my foot previously to that, and the sensors went off again. So we're not sure if the sensors were exactly related to Andy, but it was weird that right when they went off, then we all felt that weird energy in the room, and then everything fell. If everything hadn't fallen, it probably could have just been that it was all in our heads that we thought we felt it. But the correlation is so weird.
3 things.
Yeah.
I mean, lights, the feeling, and movement.
Yeah.
Shit breaking.
It lines right up. Yeah. So that's what we were explaining away there. It was me trying to debunk it a little bit because I thought it might have been me.
No, it's good.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Andy.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah. That was amazing.
No, I think that first one you came through here.
You think so?
I think so too.
I felt it, but I might have just been me getting excited.
Maybe try kicking your foot again. See if it'll do it now.
Yeah, it does every time.
Yeah. See, now we know.
But I don't know, the first time I don't know if I was
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. He could have walked in here and done that fast.
Yeah, could have just went out that way too.
Oh, he was in here.
Yeah.
I know that.
That's
We all
all
know
it
that. Did he have something over there before?
Was anything back there?
Do you know?
Is that like a closet or something?
No, it's just a
Just part of his work area?
storage.
So, just to clarify, the room we were in was Andy's workspace, like workshop. He was like a carpenter, had tools in there and stuff. It was Joe's laundry room, but it was previously Andy's workspace. We were asking about the closet behind, where he said it was just a regular storage closet, but that's why we thought this room would be so significant to Andy.
Must be looking for something.
Huh?
Must be looking for something back there.
Something went down. I don't know what.
Lost something in the line of battle. Is that a tape?
Yeah.
So that one's off now.
Was that cut right there?
I think that was a cut, yeah.
Came back?
That tripped me out for a second. I thought there was like an anomaly in the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
We got nothing but time for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's one of my favorite
Something
songs.
happened
We've got
earlier.
nothing but time
yeah.
for a
I
minute.
felt that strong. Felt
I
it
could
behind
feel him.
me.
He was making noises and then it hit. Like he was moving around and then
Yeah.
it dropped.
He's just a noisy ghost. Poltergeist. Aren't you, Andy?
You want to kick this on?
Go ahead.
Hold
Are you in here with us, Andy?
You don't like that, do you, Andy? Feel it?
So you'll notice two things there. One, you can see just how connected Joe is to Andy's spirit. And you'll notice, again, as the video goes on, you see it a ton, but he's always like, Andy's here, Andy doesn't like that, Andy likes this, and there's a lot of evidence that lines up with everything Joe feels. But also, Ghost Box. I didn't even know we marked anything on the Ghost Box, but clear as day, hi, Andy.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's another spirit there saying hi, or it's just Andy saying it mockingly, but it's kind of interesting.
Doesn't like it?
He's behind me.
Is he?
Andy, do you have anything you want to say to Joe? You can say it through here. You want me to turn it off? It's off now.
Again, Joe's connected. Joe says it's behind him. The same closet makes the same noises. It's just everything is correlated to what Joe is feeling and telling us where Andy is. And also, I don't think we prefaced this earlier, but the only way into that closet is through the room. There is no other access to that closet. So, again, if it was anything other than Andy in what we believe, like it would have had to have been maybe a mouse, but you'll see here soon there's a lot of sounds that would not be a mouse.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that.
I'm not saying a word, because I know he's right here with us.
I apologize, Andy. I'm just trying to hear you. I'm sure you have a lot to say.
Come on, Andy, talk. You don't like Tess sitting there, do you?
Oh man. Call me out.
His path is through here.
Just go sit out here.
Right here was fine.
Andy, if you don't speak here directly, we're going to leave you alone. Feel it now. Just silence and just feel it. Channel your energy, gentlemen. I know, Andy, I know they don't get it. Yet.
That's significant because I agree with him. Now that we are where we are,
Yeah.
we still struggle with this. We try to go into investigations and feel it more than just expecting everything to happen. Like, that's one thing is Joe is so tapped into Andy and Andy's energy. He knows when he's there. He knows when things are about to happen. And I think that's something we're just not very good with.
Yeah, we don't always act on how we feel, for sure. And I'm probably the least sensitive out of everyone. So, but I have felt it more recently, and I haven't felt it. Like, I've been to probably 50 investigations and felt stuff at like 3.
It's only been 3, really?
Like, maybe, I don't know. Low number, 5, maybe. But, like, maybe I felt more, but I brush it off and don't act on it. I mean, that's something I need to work on. And as he's saying here, we still have a long ways to go.
Yeah,
So.
channel your energy.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? I forget, he was like, it's just funny because he, like, it's obviously a pun because his name's Joe, but he is like your average Joe. 100%, like, loves sports, loves the barbecue. He's not in anything spiritual. He's very just like Midwestern dad. And then we're down there and he's telling us to channel our energy and like he's tapping into this spirit. Like, it's just the most random people who have like these abilities that you would never guess.
Yeah.
It just
Crazy.
blows my mind.
Feel it. You just gotta feel it, channel it. Okay, Andy, we're not gonna call to you. I know you're here. You know I know you're here, don't you? We live together, my friend. Come on, Andy, man, you got me shivering right now. Feel your energy. Make it known, huh? Oh, yeah.
Actually, let's hear more noises. I didn't even mark those.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing all those.
Oh, that just moves.
That's insane.
The significance of that, like, not only is there a ton of stuff moving, but it almost sounds like a propane tank, like slide numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why here we'll play it again. Let's go through it one more time.
I know you're here.
You hear that metal keep
Yeah,
sliding?
that's weird. Like there's some.
Andy.
I don't know what it is.
There's
like
consistent movement.
yeah.
It's weird.
It's more than one thing.
Yeah. So that's why I said I don't personally believe there was a mouse or anything back there. It had to have been like a New York City rat to be
Yeah.
moving that much stuff.
No.
Because some of these sounds were just insane, and it was consistent. Like they would move well past the first initial sound.
And it was usually when we felt him or he calls him out saying, I can feel you here. Like he knows when it's going to happen for the most part.
Okay. Welcome, Andy.
I can feel that.
Yeah,
That's good. Thank you for that.
appreciate you taking the time, Andy, to come spend this time with us.
Is that good, huh, Andy? Should we let you be, my friend? You tell me.
See that?
Yeah. So we'll play it again, but there is an obvious, interesting ball of light energy anomaly that comes from the actual closet, wherever the noise is coming, right when he says, should we leave you alone? And it sounds like a slight EVP says, stay there.
Yeah. I think it's pretty clear. It's a little bit quieter than the other one, but
It's just perfect correlation. It's just weird. Like every time there's 2 or 3 things that line up to make it all make sense. Let's play it again. Maybe I'll enhance the audio for the video.
You tell me.
So there's the ball of light.
stay there. Yeah, that's cool. And that, yeah.
Another correlation. Didn't even let it play long enough.
Can you move back there?
You got a little bit more to say to us, Andy, before we say goodnight? Sick of the laundry room. And you guys don't feel that?
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Come on, talk to me, Andy.
Andy, if you have anything to say, we have audio recorders out here that
I think we got believers, my friend.
Oh, I believe it. 110%. I believe it before the glass broke.
Andy, we're almost out of here, but if you have anything you want to come tell Joe,
Jesus. Dude.
All right.
is that our sign to get out?
I don't know.
It just
You want us
kept
to get out, Andy?
happening.
Come on, Andy, talk to me a little bit. A little bit more.
We're bugging you, Andy. Just give us a sign to get out.
We know you can.
You know, it's weird. It's that I felt a couple times here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel it come by you?
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, I felt a lot too.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I can't. Huh?
I just got the shivers bad.
I really can't. I can't feel like I feel like when I'm alone.
They're more comfortable when you're alone. They feel a lot more comfortable when it's just you and them.
But he's a noisy bastard.
Oh, yeah.
He proved
Huh?
that. He proved that.
Yes, you did.
Well, do you want to just stand here and talk to him for a little bit? And
Yeah.
Go chill out
So,
there?
it's all good.
You know what's weird though is right after I said if we're bugging, you gave us a sign and went dead quiet.
Yeah.
It's like he loves his company, and I just got chills saying that.
Yeah, I mean, God, you
He's
guys
a nice guy.
go.
Yeah.
Just hang in the hallway.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, yeah. He is.
Yeah, just ignore the stuff Jordan's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying. But remember what I say there, because what's coming up, actually, there's a correlation. And it's really interesting when I'm saying, like, we asked him, move something if we're bothering you, and it goes dead silent for the first time, like, all night. And then coming up, there's going to be a response to Joe that we'll talk about the response here in a minute. But the correlation just everywhere in this video is so cool.
Yeah. Andy, we're gonna let you just talk to Joe. Me and Tony and Cayden, we're just gonna go chill out.
There's Cayden
And
up
like I
top.
said,
Yeah.
there's an audio recorder right here next to Joe. If you have anything you want
Yeah,
to say,
just let me chat for a minute.
we'll turn off these lights for you, Andy.
Yeah, we'll shut those off right now.
Andy. You enjoyed that, didn't you, Andy? You liked it, didn't you? Thanks, my friend. I owe you one.
So,
I really do. I owe you one. Yeah. Thanks, my friend.
Clear as day. That's unedited. A direct response. Direct, again, correlation. He waited for Joe to talk to say it. It's just, and it's so loud.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that, like, I guess I want to know why he had so much energy and power that he can do this and why it's so rare.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just weird. Because I've never seen anything like this. This was a peak for me. I would like kill to have this experience again. This is extremely rare.
Yeah.
It does not happen.
Yeah. This is, we've never had anything come close to this. Like I've seen a ghost now. I hadn't seen a ghost at this point. I've seen a ghost now, and I would rather have a night like this than just the glimpse of a ghost that I saw. Because that, like, every time we asked, every time Joe said he felt him, it was always like he was just there hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think we've talked about it. I think some of that has to do with houses. I think houses have a different type of energy to them because people are so attached to your house. It's your home. It's your safe place. And a lot of businesses, like we've talked about, if this was happening in a business, the business would fail. If you just constantly had poltergeist activity, like nobody's going to come into your business. So a lot of times people, the first thing they do is have mediums come in and cleanse them and get everything out. Whereas in houses, most people don't know that's an option, you know. So, and a lot of people are fine with it. Joe was okay with it, to an extent, because after this, Joe did come back to us and basically say, I don't want you guys to come back ever again, in a polite way. But he said after we left for next couple of weeks, he said doors were slamming, you could hear stuff being thrown downstairs, and he said it was constant, like to the point that he wasn't sleeping at night because it was so noisy.
To me, like, the glass breaking was really cool, but the other noises are almost more credible. Like, they're loud.
Yeah.
Like, to move something like that, even like a little kid would
Struggle
to make that loud a noise. Like,
They were whatever was moving was dense.
yeah.
And I'll say for me, this definitely wasn't my first time doing it. So Cayden had that cool experience, whereas the very first time he went. But this was the first time where I was able to take a piece of audio directly to somebody who is like attached to a spirit. And when I remember clear as day, Joe came over to my house. He was good friends with my dad, and I played that for him. And as soon as I did, his eyes jolted to my eyes, and I watched his eyes just water up. And it was a little bit of fear and a little bit of like comfort to know he's not crazy. But I could just see that moment of like, oh my God, it's real.
Yeah.
Even with everything he's saying, he's feeling, and everything that happened here, hearing the voice is what shook him to his core. And I want to be able to give that to more people, and I think that's what got me so hooked.
Yeah. It kind of gives the spirit an identity more. Like, it's really real. Like, you can hear it. Like, it's a completely different feeling. Than seeing something move, you might be able to explain it away, but if you hear a voice come and talk to you, that's like a whole nother level of creepy.
And a direct response too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the end of the video. That's there you go. That's kind of what got us hooked, I guess. You guys saw it here first.
Yeah.
I don't even remember majority of that night, so I'm stoked he found this, but
Yeah.
buried on some Windows 98 computer somewhere or something.
It was deep in there. Yeah.
But yeah, there you guys go. You saw what got us hooked. I guess Endless Indulgence wasn't our first poltergeist. You tend to forget some of these things when you do it for this long, but yeah, you can see what got us to fall in love with this stuff. So
Yeah.
if you guys like what we do, please like, comment, subscribe. We definitely want to hear your thoughts on this too, because like I said, it's an old video. It's hard to see things. It's hard to kind of tell what's going on, but hopefully our narration of explaining that night kind of walked you through it. So let us know your thoughts, and yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Cool. Did you do the peace sign again? Oh my God, are you headbanging?